Where's my clock? I don't know if we're live or not because there's usually a clock that starts ticking. So I'm gonna babble a little bit. Oh, yeah, we're live. We're live now, and appreciate everybody dropping by. It has been since April 4th since we've done a live stream. Hello, Pat, Larry, and Uncle VS. I still don't know who that is, but I appreciate y'all being here regardless. Uh, that is, I'm the one with the bird in my picture. That's Herbalicious right there. Herb Hooper.
Hello,
You
everybody.
want to tell people they can find you on social media?
Basically anywhere: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Under the name Herb Hooper?
Yeah, other than YouTube, Herb Scrolling Station.
Herb Scrolling Station. Sounds good. Now I gotta remember to do the correct layout to have you still on the screen.
I got to mute myself and turn the camera off.
All right. And Josh is asking, "Hey Herb, where did you find this new scroller at?" I was in the dumpster and he walked by. Hello, Josh. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get back into the swing of things with this. Of course, my hand, per the usual, is nice and gory looking. But hello, Kim McCrory. Yes, I am throwing the bird. And one thing that has changed since the last live stream, because I always had trouble reading comments, is there's now a 55-inch TV there that I can easily see the comments. So there's that. I got to get out of the habit of looking over at the laptop. But that's why I did that, because I can't see crap without straightening. So there's that. And I don't know if that's the smallest one I've done, but it's not far from it. And as far as how I'm doing, thank you for asking. I am much better than I was. Yes, I'm wearing what I call happy pants because normal clothes are still too tight on my scars from the surgery. And I probably am going to have to dim the light so we don't wash out everything. For those that don't know, I had an inguinal hernia, that means in the groin area, and also had a hydrocele. So April 26th, I had surgery there, and it still hurts to wear normal clothes. And Mom is doing decent, Ken, considering. Uh, Now we all knew. For those that don't know, my dad passed away April 27th, which was I didn't tell anybody this. It happened to be my 9th anniversary with my wife. But anyway, uh, we knew it was coming, but they originally said 9 months to a year, but he lasted over 5 years. So we had a lot of time with him. The only part that was hard was obviously losing him, but also seeing the decline. Once it hit, it was quick. Because he was kind of a hefty guy most of his life. Glad to be back, Larry. Thank you. But towards the end, he was just a step up from a Holocaust survivor as far as his body mass, and so that was hard to see. Uh, but they say it. Oh my God! It says my battery is running low. I should be plugged in. Oh Lord, y'all bear with me. So apparently, I forgot to plug my laptop in. I better find that real quick. I have to take my headphones off right quick. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I don't want to break habits too much and be prepared every time. So where the hell is my? Oh crap! Hello, Russ. Am I still live? Yes. All right, Russ, are you with me? Alrighty then. Y'all let me know if you can hear me because I thought my laptop was plugged in, but I done so much moving around of stuff that the battery croaked out on me. Thank you, Larry. I lost Herb too. Good to see you. Ian Thorley says, "Hi Charles, good to see you. Just dropping in real quick. Hope you're getting on okay over there, sir. I'm trying. For the most part, I am. Okay, so we are here. Okay, good. Yeah, I apparently I had unplugged my laptop. Did not know I had. So that was typical Charlie fashion. All right, hopefully Herb can make it back, but he does have to eat at some point, and nobody's required to be here. So I'm here all by my lonesome, but luckily I can see the big old comments right there. And I have no idea what I was talking about. My dad's passing. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, I'll answer them. But other than that, I don't really know what to go through. But I still have to wear these stretchy pants in order to be comfortable because the scars are right around where normal clothes press up against. So there's that. I often do too. Hello, Tom Tango Parker, and I'm sorry if I've missed anybody. I'm so kerfluffled here. Good to be back so far. And I think it's Monday. Now, I didn't give myself enough prep time, so unfortunately, we have to. Hello, Steve Combs. If you want a link, let me know. I flat forgot to send it to you because I'm a terrible friend. Why don't I do that anyway? I'll just send it to you while we're sitting here talking. Boy, I've been out of practice on this. I don't remember what the hell I'm doing. Yeah. Hey, there he is. I flat forgot to send him a link because I'm a terrible friend. And sending now. Let me get back to the live stream. Do you have a hoodie on? No, I do not, but I do have stretchy pants on, and I do have the same problem I did before. He did surgery, but there's still, he may have gotten the intestines out of there, but he didn't get rid of the fluid, but he said he did. No, he didn't. Anyway, let me X out of that so I'm not tanking my internet speeds. So Steve Combs now has the link if he so chooses to be here. Nobody has to be. I never got around to drilling the pilot holes here. I don't want y'all to have to see my lap, so I feel. All right, Nick, if you want to be on here, let me know and I'll slap you a link. All right. I need a drink. Got 11 people watching. If y'all have any comments or questions, chunk them on out there. I don't even know if I've cut these before on a live stream. I may have, but I was moving stuff around in my shop, saw them drawn out, and said, well, I hadn't cut those yet. All right, Russ Meadows is back. Can you hear me, Russ? Hello, Russ.
I'll tell you what. We had a power outage and everything goes to crap.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My laptop went down because I wasn't plugged in, so I dropped off my own live stream. That was fun.
Yeah, my microphone wasn't working. That's why I cut out a while ago. The microphone and the speakers went back to the original settings, and I can't make anything work. So I finally got it back.
Well, good lordy, good to see you. It's been a while since I've done a live stream since April 4th, so I'm glad to be back. Good to be back, and you want to tell people they can find you for the three that haven't heard it before?
Oh, I think everybody here has heard it before. Rusty Nails with a Z, wood shop.
My God.
Facebook, Instagram,
yeah,
YouTube.
I think you and Wes both are having rain today. It's one of the few days I haven't had rain.
I'm having a ton.
I'm about sick of rain. All right, good to have you here. And I didn't give myself enough time for prep, so I have to drill pilot holes. But all of these birds are available on woodenvisions.com. You may have heard that before. I guess I can show them all to you. We got a little sing-songy bird. Another bird there. And that's the cardinal. Cardinal's going to be last in line. We may not even do all three on this live stream because I never know how long stuff's going to take. So between these two birds, which one do y'all want to see first? Say left or right? Hello, Dave Tomlinson.
The one on the left.
All right. That'd be a sing-songy bird. I have no idea what kind of bird it is because I've slept since then.
Hello, everybody.
How diddly do?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got right at 10 inches of rain so far today.
Good lordy.
Yeah, I had to go back and look at my shower and say, oh boy, it ain't looking good for the shop. I'm going to be full of water. Now I got to go unload some groceries. I shall return.
All right. And Josh is saying 15 minutes per bird. Apparently he's forgotten how long it takes me to get crap. But we got another vote for the left. We got one vote for the right. So that's 2 votes left, 1 vote right. So we're going with the left because I got to start drilling pilot holes. So, and I apologize for not having had that done already, but can't be too prepared because that would spoil people. And let me move stuff out of my way here. It is really nice having this big TV over here. I mean, I didn't go out and buy it. I got it through Fingerhut, so I'm just making monthly payments. But it makes it much easier to see them comments much bigger. Just saying. And I haven't talked to Tina and Marianne in a long time, but that, of course, I haven't done a live stream in a long time. So there's that. Appreciate everybody taking the time to drop by. Hopefully I can get back in the swing of things. The last cutting I was working on for live streams was live stream 257, and that was a tiger and an oval, but I just saw these sitting here, figured it might be quicker and easier. I have no idea. And when for those that have never watched before, when I drill my pilot holes, I do them off the edge of the table, so hopefully y'all don't see things you don't want to see, but I just do them off the edge of the table so I don't drill into the table. Hello, Indy Mike. It's good to be back so far. And Nick said he was laid up in bed. I guess there's something about him I don't know. I think today is his birthday, if I recall right. So y'all tell Nick happy birthday. And let me know if this drill's too loud. I don't want to have to mute with nobody here to talk. And now I remember why I usually have two clamps so that it doesn't lift up and down while I'm trying to drill the pilot holes. And no, I'm not counting these as I drill them. I just want to get them drilled so we get going. And if it gets to taking too long, I'll just drill in an area that I plan on starting, which I probably should have done anyway. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start with a space. Get those pilot holes drilled, by golly. And for those who don't know, I do have a scroller's drill, but all my plugs are taken up right now. That's why I'm not using it. I need to alleviate that problem. But for now, we got this. Scroller's drill is a good little tool to have. Make sure all your pilot holes are 100% square. Yeah, I don't have to do a whole bunch of pilot holes to get started, because that's not fun to watch. And no, I have not cut the perimeter of this yet. I just reduced the size of the wood, or the size of the, you know what I mean. Don't make me talk. Got some of the background crap. Now, let's get this thing out of my face and don't want to break tradition of bumping the camera crane. And I don't know where the thing is that I use to scrape the pilot holes on the back, because that'd be way too convenient to have it nearby. It usually is. Oh well, we'll find them. Let me get the blade through the hole, and then we'll adjust the camera as needed, and we'll be scrolling right along. It's only 16 and a half minutes in, by God. And I found the pilot hole within an hour. And I apologize for the gore. That wasn't intentional. I just have old man skin. I can barely touch it, and I look down, and boom. Man, I'm burning up in here. Duh, the fan's behind me. I'm a genius. Yeah. What Josh said. All right, y'all let me know if that's lit up well enough. I probably could go a little bit brighter with the light. No, that's actually the other light, so I don't know if that's going to help much at all. 2 ring lights is how I light up, because why the hell not? And we've all started at one point. If you have any comments or questions, chunk them on out there, and if I can't answer it, somebody in the chat probably can, which is usually the case. So, we're scrolling. Some people choose to do small cuts first. I just start with the face if it has a face, and just go from there. I don't really have a method to my madness. And I think the reason why is because if it's a large project, it reduces the weight by getting some of the bigger cuts done. But other than that, I think it's just because I know I can put my hand close to the blade if I need to stabilize something, so I don't really worry about what order I cut besides starting with the face. And the eyeball's done. Thanks for everybody for dropping by. Just kidding. Okay, I'm still in habit looking at looking at the laptop instead of the humongous freaking TV right in front of me. And after I'm done with the live stream, I need to move some things around because the ring light's in most of my way of seeing all the comments. So from April 4th till today, how many days is that? That's a long time. But we're back. Hopefully it'll be consistent. Using number 5 flat-ended spirals by Flying Dutchman. Bought from woodandteddybear.com. Using 1/4-inch maple ply. Single layer. What else? Hegner scroll saw. I think that's all the traditional questions. So I haven't done a live stream in so long I don't remember. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume Steve Combs ain't coming, but by God, at least he's watching. Oh, look, Charlie can't find the pilot hole. There it is. Feels weird not having at least one person's voice in my ear when I'm scrolling, that is, or on a live stream. So if I miss any comments, bear with me. I believe Herb's eating, Billy is editing videos, Nick is laid up in bed, Steve Combs, I don't know what he's doing, but he's here. Hello, Billy Burt. They're speaking of Billy. There's Billy right there. That's his other channel, The Messy Scroller. Go over there and subscribe, by God, because he has him a Delta Scroll Saw now. So that is Billy Burt Sr., also known as The Messy Studio. But that's a turning channel. If you want to watch him scroll, go to The Messy Scroller. And I don't know what John Cousins is doing. Do I need to have the camera closer? Y'all let me know what view y'all want to see besides the lap cam. Guess I could get a little closer. A little bit out of practice here. Got 9 people watching. Thank you. Trying to get back in the swing of things. It's sad and funny too, because I wasn't even remotely tempted to sit at the scroll saw. It's just everything I usually do. I would think of doing it, and I said no, I don't really have the drive to do anything, and I had to force myself to get back into patterns. But I think I'm picking themes not everybody's into, because I mean get a lot of likes, and that's not me complaining. I just I like details, so I've been doing a bunch of motorcycles, and I think I did a couple old cowboys last couple of days just to mix it up. And I did 50 million leopards and tigers in a row, and those seem to be popular, but there's only so many you can do. And it's getting harder and harder to compete with the free pattern makers or the cheap pattern makers. And I mean cheap as far as price, not quality. And that's not a complaint against them, it's just a reality. People can choose between free and average of $10. Most people are going to go with free. I get it. And again, I apologize if I missed anybody's comments. And no, you don't want that hoodie cam, because I still have to adjust every now and then, because some of that surgery didn't take. The hydrocele portion. He says he did it, but I have evidence he didn't. Just saying. He left me a good scar for it, which is the scar that's usually hurting. The other ones were laparoscopic, which means a robot did it, and they were just little bitty incisions. But and he did one that's like 3 or 4 inches wide. That one burns a lot. And if y'all ain't talking, then you're forced to hear about my surgery, so you don't want to. Yeah, I'm just saying. Alrighty then. And if you've never touched a scroll saw before, it's not a tool to be scared of. That's why my finger's right up to that blade, because it will not hurt me unless I keep my finger there as it's cutting into it, and that would be stupid. And I've never once in my life done something stupid. Just saying. I have more than once, but not just once. But I've never cut myself on a scroll saw, but that doesn't mean you're a bad scroller. It just means you weren't paying attention. Alright, if y'all ain't gonna talk to me, I'm gonna take a drink and then scroll again. Look at how gory that crap looks. That just looks like I beat the hell out of a cactus or something. I'm sorry that's right in y'all's face. I need to go get some Band-Aids, but God forbid we should have a dead air on the live stream, you know what I mean? I even gave my brother a link, but I guess he's doing something or he's sleeping. And Billy says, I was going to say 2 or 3 dozen times, maybe, LOL. Yeah, and that might even be a low number. Josh Grover says, just get duct tape. Get the duct tape. All right. And Billy, per the usual, you're welcome to jump on this fair panel, but I don't want you to feel obligated to. I know you said you were editing. But if one of y'all does get on here, at least I can justify the voices in my head. And I do, people like to joke about, I do scroll kind of slow because I try to stay on the line. I don't always do it, but, I just, why rush? You're welcome. Says, I don't know why I'm showing up as a message scroller. I logged into my main account. Well, I don't know. I guess John's working, possibly out of town. I don't know. I haven't been able to keep up with him lately. That or he just doesn't love me enough to be here. And if any of y'all know anybody that's into vintage tools, I say vintage, I don't know what year they are. They're vintage power tools, but they're vintage. I'll show them if anybody's interested, but I have about 4 pieces that somebody might be interested in. I don't even know if they work, because I'm too paranoid to plug them in with, because some of the cords aren't pristine. They are used because they weren't just decorations, but I'll show them to you if you're interested at some point. Oh, Billy says, I think John said he had to go out of town today and again tomorrow. Makes sense. He does that a lot. Josh says, Billy is so messy in the studio that YouTube lost where the mess is. By God. He didn't say the by God part. That's a Charlieism. They're, basically all these tools that I'm talking about are silver. There's 4 of them. There's I don't know if you could call it a router or a shaper, but it's unique looking. And then there's just a little drill, and then there's like a hammer drill, or at least a big old hefty drill, and a skill saw that's got blades about this big on it. But it's they're all silver, completely silver. One is a Stanley, one is Black & Decker. I don't remember what the other 2 are. One of them says Sioux on it, like the Indian tribe. But it says, I believe it's Albertson. and Company. I don't remember, but they're within reach or close to reach if anybody's interested in seeing them. But you don't have to humor me if you're not interested. And I don't even know what they're worth. I just told my mom I would try to sell them for her. I asked David Jones because he seems to be into that kind of stuff, but he didn't respond. So I'm guessing life is hectic for him, and I don't want to guilt trip anybody into getting them. They were my dad's dads, or no, my dad's granddads. So that's what I mean by vintage. And Billy says, probably Aluminum Buddies. Used to have one and sold it. Wish I hadn't. What used to have one? What, Billy? I don't know which thing you're talking about. I don't think these things are worth a whole lot, but if anybody's into vintage stuff, I think the most that would have to be done, if anything, is cleaning up the power cords because some of them are frayed in certain spots. Oh, drill. Yeah, I have a little drill and a big drill. What I would call a router with a unique little base on it, and a skill saw. But the blade for the skill saw, I think it's only like a 6-inch deal. And I don't mind bringing them over here if anybody wants me to, but I'm not going to push them in y'all's face. I can see them from where I'm sitting. I just can't reach them without taking my headphones off. I call them vintage because if they were my dad's granddads, my dad was 77 when he passed. And for it to be his granddad, that was older than his dad. Y'all do the. It's not a very big drill. The little one didn't. That's why it's called little drill. Figured that out all by myself. I thought David Jones would be the perfect one to go to, but he also likes industrial stuff and large stuff. But okay, Josh says he'd be interested in seeing the router. For giggles, I can go grab him right quick. I mean, y'all know me. I never stick with something, but I do try to finish pieces. Now, I'm not one of these salesmen that, you need one of these, it'll start right up. I have no idea because I'm scared to plug them in. But let me take my headphones off and I'll bring them right over. By God, let me pull the camera back. And I shall be right back. Y'all keep everybody in line. Okay, the router is a Stanley. You could also call it a Schaefer, but it has a, the bits that go in here. Or it doesn't have the bits that go in there, but there's one in there. And y'all let me know if I need to get closer. I probably should. And I got to get the stupid camera crane to stay where I want it. So this is like a base that attaches to it. And what I thought was neat about it is has handles almost like a plane, a hand plane. But yeah, this is the base thingy. And it does say Stanley. It says type GA-92, blah, blah. I can't see all this stuff. And it says Stanley up here, little switch up here. And this is just for anybody that might be interested. I don't know what it's worth. And as you can see, the cord isn't in the best condition. But I'm not saying it works or doesn't work, but I imagine if the cord's replaced, it could probably work. It may even work now. I just don't want to take any chances. It's got a traditional old plug in it. And Billy, if you're so inclined, I can show you the other two drills. I won't shove them in your face or nothing. Oh, there's David Jones now. I was just talking about you. He said that's an early electric plane. Yeah, I thought it had the handles like a plane, but I thought it was a router. So if anybody wants me to show that one again, let me know. Otherwise, I'll go grab the drills. The drills are nothing fancy, but I'll show them. All right. Okay, that's a planer. I apologize. I thought it was advertised as a router, but yeah, it had the handles like a planer. But anyway, so yeah, that's a planer. I messaged David Jones, but I think he's just a busy feller. Is why he didn't get back to me. But it's not a requirement to get back to me. This one drill is not all that. Relatively small, but it is what I call vintage. The cord looks pretty good on it. This one I wouldn't be afraid of plugging in because there's no phrase on the cord. And it is a Black & Decker, but part of it's rubbed off. See if I can read it. It's type D, 116 volts. And I can't tell what anything else says. And it has a chuck key on a chain. And I have a much bigger drill. Let me grab that. Then we'll get back to the whole scrolling thing. Oh! Much bigger drill. That's the one that says Sioux, as in the Native American tribe there. But it also says Albertson and Company Incorporated. And it also has a chuck key on our chain. There. And it says Sioux right there. So I guess, I don't know if that's called a hammer drill or just a big old drill or what. Because, I'm not technical when it comes to stuff like that. Power cord actually looks okay on this one. If anybody's interested. And it says it's a 1/2-inch special electric drill. Is what it says on the label. That's why I'm calling it a drill. And the last thing I'll show is a skill saw, and then I will get back to the scrolling. Oh. The skill saw is a Black & Decker. Says B&D on it. This one does need work on the power cord. Let me sit down on my chair so I can get comfortable. This power cord has definitely seen better days. But it is got a little bitty blade. I believe it's 6-inch. I don't know. But I think I have another one in a box. Yeah, 6-inch heavy duty deluxe saw. Catalog number, blah, blah, bullcrap. Yeah, so if anybody's interested, let me know. Somebody messaged me on Messenger. I don't know who it was. Might have been in the group chat, but I'll check here in a second. But anyways, there's that, and that's all the vintage ones I have. I do have what you would call a monkey wrench or an adjustable wrench. I have 2 vintage of those. They're huge. But, they're obviously not power tools. They're just adjustable wrenches. For giggles, I can show them, but I don't know if they would do anything for anybody. Yeah, I use the big drill to drill my pilot holes. Good Lord. Okay, I'll run grab those wrenches and then we'll get started. And they are heavy as all get out. Oh, This one says Walco pipe wrench. That's bigger than hell. I'll always find an excuse to mess with pilot holes. But yeah, that's a big old pipe wrench. I haven't, tried to turn it or adjust it to see if it works, but there's another one to me, it looks a little bit neater. I don't see any print stamps on them or anything that says, manufacturer and all that crap, but for giggles, I'll see if it moves. I think these were kept in a trunk, so I'm pretty sure, as far as rust beyond what you see, yeah, this one has no problem moving. And let's see if this one does. That one has a lot of play in it, but, I don't know anything about tools. So there's that. So that's all the vintage type stuff I have access to, besides what's hanging on my dad's shop walls. I mean, he has hand planes and stuff, but I don't know if they're considered vintage. And David, I don't know how to answer that because I don't know what they're worth. That's why I didn't give you one the other day when I wrote to you. I guess whatever's fair to you, I'll go with, because I don't want to mislead anybody, because I don't have a clue what things are worth. I just told my mom I'd try to get them sold to give her a little money because my dad's income is no longer there. Okay, so it's supposed to have play in it, and I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it gives it room to adjust, but everything moves easily on these if y'all are remotely interested. I didn't plan on coming on here to sell. This one moves very smoothly. I can move it with my thumb. And this one moves pretty easily too. And when you adjust it, you can see it moving, so it's not just jiggle. So yeah, this one's, I don't know the worth. It just says Walco pipe wrench, patent number, blah, blah, blah. And it says 24 right here. I don't see any stamps on this one at all. But they're both heavier than hell. Yeah. So there's that. That's the official term. So, David, I wish I could give you a number, but I truly have no clue what any of those things are worth. I looked on eBay, but there's such a variety of categories and crap that people label them different ways. But if anybody's interested, message me. I'm not going to try to snooker anybody because I don't pretend to know anything when it comes to the worth of vintage tools or whatever you want to call them. But something's better than nothing. The money's not going to me. It's going to my madre. And I got to put these pipe wrenches away, and we'll get back to scrolling. And Larry says, the one with the wood is an old monkey wrench. 10-4. Yeah, I think they're both neat. I mean, they would have their uses. I just don't use tools like that often enough to justify keeping them. But told my mom I would try to help. My God, that's heavy. This really is a scrolling show, I promise. And Steve C, the one with the wooden handle, says the adjustable wrench on the right kind of looks like an AK. I have no idea what that means, but by God, I'll take your word for it, sir. All right. Does anybody want me to get back scrolling, or we can just sit here and talk if you want to? Yeah, we've done that before, haven't we? Whew. He does have other. I say vintage. I can't tell by looking on a hand plane. He does have hand planes. He has those bit braces. He has 2 of those. There's a video, and you'll be able to see everything that's on his walls if you go to my YouTube channel and look up a tour of my dad's shop. I believe it was 2015 or 2016. You'll know what's on his walls. So if you see anything on his walls that hadn't already been spoken for, then let me know, and I'll pass that along, and I'll take care of the shipping, or not take care of it. I'll ship it for you, and whatever the case may be. But yeah, if you want to watch that video, he does have other. We don't talk about everything on his walls, but we look at him. He also has a very humongous metal C-clamp. He said the world's largest. I think he was just, being my dad. But yeah, so there's that. But he has hand planes and stuff like that. He doesn't have as much as I thought he did, but he does. Bit brace, for those that don't know, are those gigantic things that has like a grip on the top, and it's shaped kind of like this. It's like a hand drill you do like this. And I know you're gonna start all kinds of jokes here, but you hold the thing up here, and it's like drilling by hand. You know what the hell I'm talking about. Don't make me act it out and get in trouble. He's got a couple of those. But I trust your judgment, Dave, and I'm not trying to back you into a corner. Just as whatever you think the lot is worth, or individual, whatever. Anybody interested, just let me know, and we'll figure something out. Let me put my Dr. Pepper off to the side, and we'll get back to this here scrolling. All right, y'all being too quiet got me all worried now. Yeah, I'm not going to fall for that, Josh, but thank you. It's in that video. Anyway, now that I've managed to back myself into a weird corner again, I'm going to start scrolling while y'all look at my gory hand. Hello, Mr. Steve Nealon of Harnell Media. He does my website. If y'all need a website done affordably and good communication and good time and affordable, by God, y'all check out harnellmedia.com. All right, I expect we ought to get back to this scrolling thing. Only thing I know about those tools is that they are old. I don't know what they would be worth either, Larry, to be honest with you, but I also don't want to just throw a number out there without you at least seeing them, but you'd have to go to that video called Tour of My Dad's Shop on my channel in order to even see them. And I don't focus on them, but when you see them, just pause the video and you'll see where they are. But I believe he also has another router up there, but it's not as old as the one I just showed you. Well, of course, I found out that was an electric hand plane. So there's that. Alrighty then. Y'all talk at me. You're getting too quiet out there. David, is your hesitation afraid of me feeling insulted at whatever number you give, or what? Because I figured you'd know better than I would as far as what things are worth. I figured their age alone makes them worth something, but not like riches or anything. But that's with my limited knowledge. No, it's not on my Facebook page, Larry. It's on my YouTube channel under the title of it is Tour of My Dad's Shop, I believe. If you look on my YouTube channel, which is where you are now, but you just go to the video section and look for Tour of My Dad's Shop. It was 2015 or 2016, one of those. And you won't see my dad's shop because he didn't like to be on camera. I mean, my dad's face, but you'll hear his voice. The shopsmith that you will see in the video is already spoken for, my brother-in-law. So that's not available for sale, but most everything else in there is. But I'd still have to check to make sure. But anything you're interested in, let me know and I'll pass it along. Except the workbenches. I have one of the workbenches. My dad designed them, as far as I recall. I have one of them in the shop behind me. That was a booger. I can't show it to you because there's all kinds of crap in the way of it. Because just getting the workbench in here took quite a bit. And you're welcome, Larry. Because I'm not supposed to lift crap, so I probably didn't help my case when I was getting that workbench in here. But I wasn't by myself. But yeah, it's heavier than hell. It'd probably overkill as far as how it was built. But you'll see those same workbenches in the video, and I believe we discussed them for a little bit. Excuse me. And somewhere in that video, you'll see us pointing at these dark army green trunks, and he talks about his granddad's tools being in them, and that's the ones I just showed you. All right. Figure out how I want to do this and move the camera accordingly. Thank you for dropping by, Mr. Nealon. A lot of the source photos I get for stuff like birds and animals is from Pixabay, Pixabay. They're copyright free, and they don't always say the type of bird that it is. So this one on the website may just be listed as songbird or bird singing. I don't remember if it gives the type of bird or not. I'm not good at identifying birds by seeing them. Or birds. I don't know. But I always try to find out. Oh, LOL, man, I think he's eating, or I don't know. Billy Burt is editing, and the whales loves me enough to be here. On the panel, that is. And Russ can't keep internet long enough. I don't know where my brother is. Probably sleeping. Well, maybe not sleep. I don't know. But I did send him a link. I sent Steve Combs a link, but not everybody can be here on the panel. And these are spiral blades, but I like to cut from a certain direction. Yeah, my brother's known to do that. I still don't know who Uncle BS is. I have my suspicions, but I I'm probably wrong. Steve Combs is not dressed. Hell, I'm not dressed either. I'm wearing happy pants. Come on now. That's what I call them, is happy pants, because they're loose and relaxing, blah blah bull crap. And there's your LOI man, just saying. Yeah, my brother, my wife, and my brother's wife, and me were at my mom's this past weekend. Hello, Leonard. I've been all right, I reckon. And Steve, say you could borrow Charles's plaid shirt. I have a few plaid shirts, and I love them, so kiss my hind parts. And you're right, Billy. It should, but logic never works with me. And Herb says he'll be back soon. And I've been getting by, Leonard. Just trying to motivate myself to do stuff, and this was part of that step. Even though none of my homies are on the panel with me, but it's never been a requirement. I just, I knew I needed to get back in the habit of doing live streams. And that's a playful guilt trip. When I talk about my homies not being on the panel, because I know people have lives outside of here. And Shaylee never has loved me, so she's not here. But let's take another drink just to say we did. I haven't broken a blade yet. That's because I haven't done a whole lot of cutting. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Just saying hello, Donna Smith. Love Angel has joined us. If y'all like what you see, or just whatever, slap a thumbs up out there. If you don't like what you see, talk to me about it. But you're welcome to give me a thumbs down. But I prefer communication, so I know what I can improve on my channel. But if you don't like me, I can't do nothing about that. Yeah, and if you're not subscribed already, I hope you'll consider it. Click on that bell and the word all. By God. All right, we can go back to the scrolling thing. I imagine one of y'all will let me know if the camera goes to crap. It could be crappy right now and nobody told me. I don't know, just saying. And there's probably a lot of you that see a pattern with me, that when I make a pattern, if it can be put into an oval, I'll do it because I like doing the 3D thing where part of it's sticking out. That's why you'll see a lot of my designs. If they can be put into an oval at all and not look stupid, I'll do it. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Steve. I guess if I have any niches in the scrolling community, that might be it. Besides Uber Detail, is I like to do the ovals with the 3D. I don't know. I don't want to toot my own horn. I'm not a fan of doing that. And I'm damn sweet, except for the people that I'm not sweet to. I always try to cut to the waist side of a line. That way, if I go off the line, I can adjust later. But sometimes I don't stick with it as good as I could. But there's worse problems to have. Leonard tooted my horn. I knew somebody was going to go there, Billy. And I don't have my trash can anywhere near me because there's no room for it right now. Ooh, I hit it though. Yay. Small miracles. I'll take it. Erp. That's one less thing I gotta pick up later if it lands in the trash can. But basketball is not my strong suit. I have never flipped the bird on this show, just saying. And I'm mature is why I just flipped the bird. Y'all take a drink with me and look at my gory hand. I lost one viewer when I flipped that bird, but that's alright. Can't make everybody happy. Most of us have a sense of humor, that's why we tolerate me. Portal Woodworks. Hashtags Team Scroll Saw. I'm kind of not a router fan after this past Friday. David, did your router bite you? I had a router bite me once, but that's because my dumb butt was trying to wipe dust off the table, not realizing the router was on. Went right into the router bit. And I know West Valco has done the same thing, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and assume you got bit by a router. But I hope you're okay. I like what a router can do, but freehand, I can't do nothing with a router. I'm thinking David did get bit, but I'm not going to start a rumor. But I'm guessing that's why he said what he said. He's not a router fan after this past Friday. Yeah. It tickles when you get bit by a router. I can vouch for that. And that's sarcasm. I'm not telling people to get tickled by a router. Come on now. Now, that bird could very well be a sparrow, but I have no freaking clue what kind of bird it is. Yeah, he got bit. David says, yeah, I gave my thumb a nail removal. Wow. I'm sorry. I've had a nail removal on my left thumb. That's why it doesn't come out as far as the other one. But I have no idea what kind of tree that is, Josh. But thanks for asking. It's a wood tree. I know that. And hope it gets better for you there, David. And I went to the wrong side of that line, so it's gonna have a little wave in it. Dag nabbit. Or blabbit, sorry. I almost made Steve Combs' shirt obsolete by saying dag nabbit. I know I was gone this weekend, but I saw that John had a video titled something along the lines of hopefully finishing some projects. Did he finish any? I'm giving him hell, but I'm also genuinely curious. And David says, I have a router video on my YouTube channel as to what I'll be doing to this router. And folks, that is Portal Woodworks on YouTube. For those that are listening and not watching, can't see that. And David, are you okay with just throwing me a number for that lot versus me trying to come up with one? Because you probably know a lot more than I do about worth. I don't know how much the shipping would be because they're a little bit heavy, but sure we'll figure something out. And Steve says, I tell you that I'm actually wearing that shirt right now, but I already told you that I wasn't dressed. Well, the shirt is halfway there. And Billy says, yes, John did finish a few. Yay! In his defense, I rarely ever finish pieces on a single live stream. I know. Frank, if you're new to this channel, when I break a blade, everybody takes a drink. You know. Wonder how many people sitting there by themselves yelled drink. Because they're weird. And if you're wondering why I'm putting this in here with nothing, without it going through a pilot hole, it's because, at least on this saw, when a blade breaks, sometimes it loosens the tension. And it did on this one, so I'm setting the tension before putting it through a hole. Twang. It breaks people's hearts when I break a blade. Yeah, I'm kidding. It's usually the source of humor and alcoholism. This show in general can inspire alcoholism, but I'm not encouraging alcoholism, but I understand. It's just coming right along, by God. Welcome back, Larry. Oh, missed the trash can that time. Dag blabbit. Hello, John Knife. Long time no see, sir. And yes, this is one of those things where I'm cutting the inside background of that oval, so it looks like I've gotten more done than I have, but don't tell anybody. It's a psychological secret. One of you butt nuggets needs to get here on this panel so I got somebody talking back to me. Verbally. This is live stream number 259, first one since April 4th, but by God, we're back anyway. See if we can be consistent with it. Go back to 20 live streams a day. Good to be back, John. I just had to motivate myself. But if I can't get people on my panel, that doesn't help much, and that is a guilt trip. I don't know. I still haven't figured out who you are, Uncle BS, so I don't know if it's time to come out and play or not. But you called me sweetie earlier, and I was afraid of falling into a trap by calling you sugar buns or something, because if you're a guy, I mean, God love you. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to go back to scrolling. You're still welcome here as long as you behave. But I am a sweetie, so there is that. I mean, a lot of guys think I'm a sweetie, don't you, fellers? You got real quiet when I said that, huh? You can play all you want as long as you're good. I'm good. And I can be very polite as I ban people, but, having a sense of humor isn't necessarily going to get you in trouble. Yeah, Josh, I get it. Later, Larry. Appreciate you dropping by. No, I didn't go to bed till daylight this morning. I didn't wake up till 2 p.m. John Nave says, so my choices for scrolls are Excalibur with a different name, Pegasus or Hegner. Well, Hegner's a damn good saw. What did I say? Hegner's a damn good saw. That's what I'm using. Pegasus isn't a bad saw. Excalibur, they have different names now. Okay, David. Thank you for dropping by, sir. Hope your thumb gets better. Hagner is a workhorse, and Excalibur, or along those lines, is also a very good saw as well. None of the ones you mentioned are crappy saws. I can't speak to the quality of a Pegasus because I didn't have one long enough to be accurate with that. But I haven't heard any complaints yet. But there's also the Seiko saw. Has a large table on it. Also a tilting head instead of the table. God, that's so gory. I need to have some Band-Aids next time I do a live stream so I don't gross people out. I have a Hegner right next to me. The only reason this is my go-to is I like the clamping system over every other saw. It almost never comes out of the clamp. And that's not a dig on other saws. It's just it almost never comes out of the clamp. That's why Hegner's my go-to. But I also love the hell out of the customer service at Seiko. He makes you feel like a person, not a number. And that's important to me. By God. Any of you butt nuggets gonna jump on my panel, or are you gonna make me try to struggle the whole time? Yeah, it's a playful guilt trip. And you can even talk smack when you get here. Just get on over here, somebody. Gonna make me cry and stuff, even though some of y'all would like to see that. And yesterday, my wife was wearing those stretch pants that I was gonna wear on the live stream, but I looked too good in them. And Harneal says, I vote struggle. Love you too, Steve Nealon. Hello, Jason Rogers. Long time no see. Hope my wife is doing all right. John Cousin said he's getting a jet if his Excalibur dies. Steve Combs, John Nave, congratulations on your new home, bud. Yeah, I believe I briefly saw that on one of John's live streams. It was good to see John getting a bunch of live streams in. I didn't get to catch all of them because I was in and out of town. I went to my parents the day after my surgery because I knew the days were numbered, and ironically, the next day is when it happened, but I was so glad I could be there. Anyway, John Nave says, I will check out Jet now. I believe, I could be wrong, Steve Good might have a video or two about the Jet. In the beginning, there was a complaint, but they fixed it about that the stroke wasn't big enough for reverse teeth to get above the table, but I believe they fixed that. I'm 99% sure. Jason Rogers says, Karen says hello, and you are doing fine without a panel. Oh, I'm not saying I'm sucking without a panel. It's just more fun to have a voice in my ear, besides the voices nobody else can hear. Come on, that's funny. Hello, Shaylee. Midnight Scroll Her has joined us. That is inspired by Shaylee.com. She has a handful of patterns there. They're very affordable. And I don't know if they're still doing classes or not, but by God, check on inspiredbyshaylee.com or whatifIcouldScroll.com, and you'll know. I guess I could be scrolling while I'm babbling, huh? Let me go ahead and get the perimeter cut. I mean, now, when it comes to the oval, I'm okay with doing that with a belt sander, but I want to at least get it closer to the perimeter. I did that just to reduce the size of the wood so I could start the live stream. Yep. No, it's definitely possible to do a show without a panel. It's just more entertaining, I think. He kept having internet issues due to power outages because it's storming in the Houston area. Herb? I'm not saying I've ever been desperate, but there was one time I even had to beg Steve Nealon to get on my panel just to have somebody to re-comment. And that's not because he's the last resort. He's just not a one to jump gladly into a live stream, and I respect that. But at some point, I get selfish, like, damn it, help me. And yeah, we're caught up, I think. Now, I'm not real. I mean, I'm not sloppy, but I'm not real careful when I'm doing stuff like a bird that has jagged lines for like feathers sticking out, because feathers don't have a distinct shape. So it's okay if you make a zig where there's not one or a zag where there's not one, because it's still feathers. So when you get to the oval, that's when you want to be more careful. Although I can be somewhat sloppy on the waist side of the line because I use a belt sander to sand to the line. But if I go on the inside of the line, that's where I screw up. And that's why I turned the piece, because I'm working on the oval now. So we're going to go a little slower. And when I turn the piece for that visual comfort, I'm pushing towards the waist area so I don't dig into the oval. You don't have to turn the piece, but I have this thing about visual comfort. I like the line to be right in front of me, pushing towards the blade instead of it being behind the blade and pulling it towards myself. And I'll catch up with the comments as soon as I'm done doing this perimeter, or I get the urge for a Dr. Pepper drink or a drag off my stogie, which I just talked myself into. Shirley says you guys are getting hit with storms more so in the Houston area. I don't have a storm right now. Billy's being called to the table. And Herb's dodging frying pan. We've had rain the last couple days in my area, but Houston's getting the worst of it right now. Quite a bit of it, actually. Houston area, I mean, because I believe Russ Meadows is near Beaumont and Wes is in Alvin. And again, these patterns are available on woodenvisions.com. You don't even have to know what kind of bird it is. Just look up bird. Or oval. Just saying. Hello, John Bradley. Yeah, Russ got 9.5 inches of rain today so far. And thanks for dropping by, Shay. You done painting them cabinets yet? Painting cabinets, working on keychains, just all kinds of stuff. Or she's hiding in a closet. Not that I've ever heard of that happening. And again, I'm being a little bit sloppy with this oval because I can use the belt sander to sand up to the line. Just shaving it down a little bit to less work for the belt sander. And that part I usually do off the air. Every now and then I do it on the air, but we don't need to do it here. And I haven't cheated on y'all. I haven't been at the scroll saw till now. Last live stream was me working on a pattern. The one before that was a tiger in an oval. I'll eventually get back to that. Now since that wave in the line is close to the actual bird, I'm going to shave that to the line with the blade, because I don't know if the belt sander will let me get right up to that. And the perimeter is done, yes, my friends, yes. Okay, I gotta catch up on some comments since I don't have anybody reading in my error. Where are we at? That's good, Steve. Well, that's a lot. Always will come watch when you on. Thank you. Cooking dinner and watching. John Bradley, it's good to see you back on the saw. Thank you, John. Good to be back. Parnell Media, it never rains here in cyberspace where I live. Yep. Josh Grover, Shay, what are you cooking us for dinner? Steve, are you sure? Yeah, Shay, I'm starving. Steak, bacon. Oh, Jesus, I'm hungry now. Corn on the cob, mac and cheese. I can do without the corn on the cob because I don't have any teeth. But, Shay, I'm not sure of anything in years, says Steve Nealand, Josh Grover, blah, blah, blah. They're talking amongst each other. But Shay is inviting all of us to her house. Come to Omaha. All right, so we're going to need your address there, Shelly, and we'll be right over. So you might want to grab a couple extra chairs and napkins. Oh. All right. Somebody's messaging me on the Facebook. Which I will get to as soon as I can, but I don't want to interrupt the show if you don't mind. Dinner in 15. I can't quite make it in 15 minutes. Dag nabbit. Uncle BS says it's a nice 85 degrees and sunny in Kingston, Jamaica. Come to Jamaica, man. Come on, man. All right. Somebody done filled up my ashtray. Y'all take a drink with me. Now, I may not have holy pants on with fishnets under them, but I have what I call happy pants. Looky there. Manly bucks and stuff on them. That's deer for you idiots. Just saying. Well, yeah. It's upside down right now. Yeah, so there's that. So there's your lap cam. Good jerk chicken. Yeah. That's troubling. Until I know who you are, Uncle BS, I'm not falling for anything you say. But you've been behaving, so there's that. Now, all of a sudden, the picture's too bright. What the hell's up with that? That wasn't happening earlier. There we go. Stop shaking. There we go. Quite confident I know Uncle BS. Well, John doesn't have to like your pants, by God. And we'll leave you a plate in the microwave, Donna, to warm up once you finally get there. Now, I tend to be partial to what's underpants on women anyway. But, you know, I ain't got nothing against your actual pants. I have never seen anybody wear fishnets underpants, but whatever works for you, by God, it's your style, go with it. I might try it too. And I might get a little more laughs than you do, because you're not going for laughs. I do. Got 18 people watching. If you have any comments or questions, chunk them on out there. Or inquiries or complaints or suggestions. Can't guarantee I'll go with them, but by God, I'll listen to them. Come on now. All right, my dang camera crane ain't holding up. Y'all bear with me here. Technical difficulties. I don't doubt that you're not a bad man, Uncle BS. I don't think you're in Jamaica, but, you know, whatever works. Even if you are, by God, just have fun with it. I have no idea who Uncle BS is. I just have a feeling that I know the person. That's as far as I can figure out. Now I need to dim this light a little bit, which means I have to stand up to do it, because I think it's trying to wash out the picture just a little too much. If I can reach it. Come on, light, dag blabbit. I can't reach all this stuff. I don't know if that helped any, but by God, it helped a little bit. Oh, y'all bear with me. I'm not real coordinated. I know that's a shock. I may have to drill some more pilot holes here shortly. Which we will do now. Why the hell not? Yes, I said hell because I'm a rebel. Keep your children away. Little joke there. Oh! Hello, Jason. And no, I'm not going to drill all the pilot holes. Because we're not going to get them all done anyway. At least none on this here live stream. Excuse me. Yeah, we're almost done, don't worry. I know you're all on the edge of your seat with excitement. The last one for tonight. Yes. Oh, diddly. Good luck with that, Donna. Seriously. All right. And John Bradley asking why I don't use a drill press for the pilot holes. That's because I would have to stand up, John, and and I like to stay where I'm sitting. I also have a scroller's drill, but all my plugs are taken up, and you have to scroll that in to use it. Well, I'm hoping the best for you, Donna. I don't know if it's the traditional area that women find lumps. I don't know if it's appropriate to talk about here, but if you want to, you can. But my mom and my sister both had it and are still with us, so it's not always a horrific ordeal. But obviously, I'm still hoping the best for you. And very, very sorry for your loss, Jason. I'd lost my dad April 27th. And I'm very sorry. I don't have the words, but I'm very sorry for your loss. So y'all keep Jason and Donna in your prayers if you're the praying type. And now there will be no particular order on what I'm cutting except for the fact that I'm just going to go this way down the body. What's funny, if okay, funny may not be the right word, but the irony is my dad died on my 9th anniversary with my wife, and the reason why I bring that up is if the kind of sense of humor my dad had, he would have. I have to clean up the language. He probably would have said to us, "Well, happy frickin' anniversary!" Hey, come on now. Yeah, it kind of overshadowed the day, but the priorities were in the right spot. Was the day after my surgery, and I knew I was supposed to rest up and all that crap, but I said no, I got to be there. So there's that. All right. And I just saw that I did not finish a cut over there. I had a single veining cut I didn't do, so I'll be doing that next. Thank you for being here, Leonard, and it's good to be back. Thank you, sir. All right, now that cut's done, we'll get back to the rest of them. By God. Thank you, Donna. It's good to be here. I knew I just had to get myself back in the habit of doing it. It was getting myself to get motivated to get doing it again. That was the issue. But here we are. I'm almost positive that this pattern on the website is just called a bird in an oval or something like that, because I don't think I knew what kind of bird it was. I think there's also a version of it without the oval, as with all the birds, I believe. But I have slept since then, so I'm not responsible for anything that comes out of my mouth unless you find value in it. Then it was on purpose. Well, no wonder I wasn't getting cool. I moved the fan to... Yeah, I have issues. Alrighty then. I know that comes as a shock to folks. Yep. If y'all want proof that I love y'all, I'm actually starving to death right now, but I'm sacrificing my appetite for y'all. Just saying. Of course, I can't prove how dedicated I am since I have been here since April 4th. By God, that's over now. We're here. Thank you, Jason. Good to be back. I had to force myself to start on patterns, and then I think I picked themes that people weren't into, but by God, it was something to do. I don't think I can ever quit making patterns because I like doing it, but, you know, it'd be easy to say, I can't compete with everybody else. And I don't mean talent-wise. I just mean, you know, you can't compete against free but for so long. But we're still getting a couple sold here and there, so by God. Just live life and make the best of it. Focus on what you do have. Amen and stuff. You know, it's kind of funny in a way because in my dad's wishes, I mean, I'm sure it's on paper somewhere, but I was willed to his tools, and I think family suspected I was going to clear out the hell out of his shop. But no, I really only took some clamps and some little knickknacks here and there. There's a whole bunch of tools left in there. You can't have too many clamps. Just saying. I don't have the room for the shop smith, and my brother-in-law got that. I did get his bandsaw, but that's in my old shop because I don't have room for it in here yet. It's one of those old Craftsman, but it's a workhorse. Love Angel, Donna Smith says, I'm looking forward to next month as getting myself a chicken tikka and doner calzone. I have no idea what that means, but Sounds like food since you're saying But congrats. And if y'all was wondering what the weather was in Calgary, Alberta, it's 20 degrees Celsius, sunny and hot. You never have to worry about that here, folks. You're going to know what the weather is. I think what she's describing is food. But she's talking about next month, and I've never seen anybody plan a month ahead for something they're eating, so I have no idea. Hello, JJE. Long time no see, sir. I have no idea where I laid my phone at. The only reason I say that is my wife had to go into work today. It's the first time since all this COVID crap happened that she's actually been in the office. It's kind of weird. I was used to, according to my notifications, Messy Scroller, which is Billy Burt, has a channel trailer. So I need to check that out at some point. All right, so there's that. Yeah. Oh, it's Indian/Turkish food. All right. Oh, it's her birthday. What day is your birthday? Because my birthday's next month too. Just saying. You're probably gonna get all the spanking, so just saying. My birthday's June 12th, as is my brother's, because we're twins. It's only your second birthday, huh? Oh, the 2nd of June. I'm just kidding. Yeah, yours is coming up first. All right. And her brother's on the 9th. Alrighty. My parents' anniversary would have been the June 6th, but he passed away the 27th. But they made it to 55 years, and that's kind of rare these days. So I'm proud of that. Welcome back, Billy. I don't know what you mean. Oh, never mind. You're talking about anniversaries. I just had my 9th on the day my dad passed, but before that, my marriage only lasted 3 years. I'm the one that ended it, but yeah. So there's that. And Love Angel says it's 2 a.m. now. Jason Rich Love says his dad's 59. My dad was 77 when he passed, and I'm very sorry, Jason. I believe Wes Balco's dad was 67 when he passed. We had noticed that my dad was going to pass, and he lasted a lot longer than he was supposed to, but still hurts, obviously. But yeah, just focus on the good and all the focus on the life more than the death. It does get easier. I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with country music, but when the coroner was taking my dad's body away, the song that was playing on their radio, because they asked what kind of music he liked, and we said country, so they played it. But as they were driving away, the song called "Daddy Never Was the Cadillac Kind." It was my jaw dropped because it was so ironic, because he wasn't the Cadillac kind, meaning he wasn't a fancy guy, and his proof of that, his casket was just a real simple wooden one, not like pine, but yeah, I just thought that was pretty ironic when that song was playing as they drove him away, and it wasn't pre-planned, it was just on the radio. And I'm not trying to bring anybody down, I'm just talking. Yeah, her birthday's not till 2 weeks from now, but yeah, happy birthday, because I'll forget. If y'all gonna be happy birthday and early, by God, mine's on the 12th, so don't forget me. I think somebody just knocked. Just a sec. All right, sorry about that. Hope I didn't miss anything exciting. Well, I'm about to be 51, Donna, so forgive me if I don't shed tears. And I know I missed some comments, but I don't know what they were. But my sign is Gemini, even though you weren't talking to me. Hello, Midnight Joker. Long time no see, sir. All right. Let's take a drink. Apparently, Uncle is leaving us. Thank you for driving by, Uncle. And yes, the sign for Gemini is twins. Just saying. And I'm a twin. Just saying. Who'd have thunk it? Oh. And for what it's worth, that song called Daddy Never Was a Cadillac Kind is by a group called Confederate Railroad. If you want to check it out on the YouTube. Last time I listened to it, I bawled like a little baby, but I needed to get it out anyway, so there's that. I didn't break a blade, but you can drink if you want to. Oh, okay, so I get it. Yeah. Artist in which? Yeah, I don't recall 49 being any better than 50. Good night, Josh. By God. Appreciate you dropping by and not being a butt nugget. I'm just kidding. Appreciate you dropping by, though. Got 17 folks watching. If you got any comments, suggestions, inquiries, complaints, or whatever, by God, leave them at the door and I'll address them as I see them. All right. And every time I take a long break from live streams, it's never intentional. It's just a motivation thing for life. And then when I start doing it again, I'll say, I should have done this a long time ago, but it's easy to say that, but it's hard to get that first step taken. Or Billy doesn't remember 50, and Hernell Media says I wouldn't complain about being 50 again. And I agree with Donna. Love Angel. Remember to hit that good old like button. It wouldn't bother me in the least, I tell you what. I gained 2 subscribers. How cool is that? Thank you much. And we got 15 likes, 61 views. Much obliged, much obliged. Let's get back to this here live stream. Love Angel says. Back in a moment, left my iPad alarm clock downstairs. Midnight Joker managed to reach 55 before things started dropping off. Now at 57, I'm falling apart quick. Yeah, I'm ticking off here and there. Just wait another 8 years, Mike. That's funny. Alrighty then. I just caught myself adjusting again. I'm glad we don't have the lap cam going. Sorry about that. I don't know why I'm apologizing. Y'all couldn't see it, but my dumb butt brought it up. You bet your hind parts. All right, Jason, appreciate you driving by, sir. And once again, sorry for your loss. And Harnell Media, I made it to 56 before my heart decided to kill me. Well, it didn't work, by God, so we're glad you're still around. But it tried. Oh, I just noticed the heel of my boot is trying to fall off. That's lovely, 'cause good boots are cheap. And I would like to point out I have not sung Diggy Diggy Hole the first time I've been here. The whole time I've been here, I mean, y'all are gonna try, but it ain't gonna happen. Oh yeah, okay. Steve Nylander's just electrons now, so y'all say a prayer for for, for Steve. And Herb was 40 the first time he had a heart attack. Dagnabbit. I'd like to avoid that, so that I smoke cigarettes and eat frozen burritos every day, all day, and drink Dr. Pepper, so I'm a health nut. A little bit of sarcasm in there. And anybody that's had conversations with my brother or heard us talking about he was gonna end up with my dad's truck. So I'm happy for him. It's a '95 Dodge, but it's well taken care of. Started right up. It's legal now. It wasn't driven for like close to 2 years, but it started right up. Just needs an oil change, most likely. So he's on cloud nine because it's a Dodge Ram 2500 Laramie, emerald green. Needs a paint job, but by God, it's pretty. I don't know what you had out of your mind, Herb. So I apologize if I said something I wasn't supposed to. Oh, the diggy diggy hole. No, matter of fact, I don't feel bad bringing that back up. So kiss my hind part. I haven't seen Tron in years. Matter of fact, Herb's the one that put it in my head. That's why I don't feel bad for putting it back in his. Just saying. But I will not sing it, by God. I know Russ loves that song. Anywho, if anybody's watching for the first time and you have any comments or questions, chunk them on out there. Don't be shy if you're a beginner. We all started somewhere. I feel like I've said that before. And Midnight Joker's asking Billy if he has any new content for his new channel, which is The Messy Scroller. Hello, Mr. Nealon. Yeah, I've finally decided to come back into the public eye. And Herb's LOLOLN. Y'all ain't gonna miss a thing, by God. I'll read every damn comment. Except for the ones I miss. I did see I got a notification that Billy has a channel trailer if you want to check that out, Mike Kim. Yeah, of course, Billy can answer for himself like he just did. All right. Well, at least when I do live streams, I can justify talking to myself. Just saying. I'm probably going to go ahead and make this my final cut because I'm getting a little hungry. And I don't want to spoil y'all too much getting to see me too long. But if you're not subscribed already, I hope you'll consider it. Click on subscribe, click on the bell, click on the word all. And when I don't take month-long breaks, by God, I usually have a lot of live streams. I also got a whole bunch of scroll saw patterns, ebooks, instructional videos, and more on woodenvisions.com done by Hornell Media. And I've even got some finished pieces on there for sale if y'all are looking to get rid of your money. There will be more at some point. By God, appreciate everybody dropping by. And everybody talking amongst themselves, but I appreciate everybody taking the time to drop by. Sorry it took me so long to get back in the swing of things, but we'll work on fixing that. But I appreciate everybody that took time to be here. And appreciate every dang one of you. And just remember, scroll on.